Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Cousins on 1st down. And his first look is incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Line of scrimmage, again the 20, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Cousins again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The New England Patriots coming out to take over the football yet again. And Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game, but it was a 1-2 start for the Patriots. The whispers, the dynasty's over. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the gun, it's Brady. That's out to his running back, Michel. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And this one is incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. So now on 4th down, on comes Stephen Gostkowski to try and get the Pats 3. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. As Minnesota comes back onto the field, let's take a peek, Charles, at what they've done so far this year. 1-2-1. A tough Week 5 matchup at Philly. Yeah, this was a team that many thought could be the best in the league. Not the start that their fans envisioned.
Yeah, not the start, but their fans may want to reflect back to last season. This team started 2-2. And then won 8 in a row and 11 of 12 on their way to the NFC Championship game. So maybe just a little bit of patience with them now. The deal for Kirk Cousins in the offseason, I think, is paying great dividends, even though the record doesn't show it. 10 touchdowns against only 2 interceptions. I thought he was marvelous last Thursday night against the Los Angeles Rams. Matched Jared Goff essentially throw for throw. He was terrific. Their defense, the aspect is supposed to carry them, that's what they have to shore up right now. And their head coach Mike Zimmer says, we're going to get that done.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now Cousins. They find some open field here. Well, he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. Back to it after the pick 6. Cousins, he's going to air one out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
3rd and short yardage. Cousins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Now Cousins. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Thielen was terrific in Week 4. 8 catches, 135 yards, and a score against the Rams.
First player with at least 100 receiving yards in each of his team's first 4 games since Randy Moss was a Patriot in 2007. So that tells me a lot about, 1, how he's playing, but how cool is this for Adam Thielen, who's a Minnesota native, grew up and went and played college ball at Minnesota State, and now is emulating Randy Moss, whose jersey he had and wore as a kid when Randy was with the Vikings.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Cousins again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. 3rd and goal for Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Knock it through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, but the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. On 2nd down, Michelle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Now Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Brady now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Regular.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Goes underneath here to White. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White from 19 yards away. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Extra point try for Gostkowski. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
On fourth down, they do snap it to Cousins. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. John Simon in there to sack him for a loss of 6. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Wait, 20!
Brady now to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half, and the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10.
Let's 50. Rose. Let's go.
1st down. Here's Cousins. Left side caught by Diggs. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Cousins now from the 50. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Cousins now. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards that time for number 19.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Tough spot here. 3rd and 18 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch.
He's got him in, complete, and out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 30 yards there. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So after the INT, it's Brady. And they're going to get to him. That is going to be a safety. Tom Brady taken down in the end zone. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And now out comes Minnesota. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw is Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A 1st down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
Yellow.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. There he goes inside the 30. It's complete to Diggs. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Cousins on 1st down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. And this is secured by the Patriots. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sheldon Richardson breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. .31 yards on the punt there. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. The Pats are going to get there, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Black.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does,
is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Cousins to throw it. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Lawrence Guy, he's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up fourth down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Patrick Chung.